You ever get that feeling, that sneaking suspicion that the very habits you've built, the ones that are supposed to keep you safe, are actually the very things holding you back? Today, we're going to dive into that really powerful personal moment of realization. The moment you figure out your habits might just be lying to you. And it all starts quietly.
See, there's this moment of clarity that nobody really prepares you for. It doesn't show up with a big fireworks display. It's more like a single drop of rain hitting a perfectly still lake. It's quiet, it's subtle, but you know what? The ripples, they change everything.
Yeah, it's not some dramatic movie-style breakdown. It's not a sudden lightning bolt of inspiration. It's way more like the slow, steady turn of an internal compass, this tiny little shift in direction that can only happen in the silence.
And it's a completely private thing. It's just you standing there between the total chaos of your current path and the simple, clear truth of where you actually want to go. It's that moment you finally admit to yourself where you're really headed.
So, this brings us to the very heart of the whole realization. You see, we love to tell ourselves that we're just being patient. But what if that patience is actually stagnation in a really convincing costume? And this isn't about some big, obvious failure. It's about a much quieter, sneakier trap.
And here it is. This is the central, undeniable truth of it all. Just let that sink in for a second. The life you keep dreaming about cannot grow from the habits you're currently protecting. I mean, wow. Our comfort zones, right? We think they're safe havens, but sometimes they're the very cages that we've built for ourselves. And this distinction is so critical. Stagnation isn't about being lazy. Not at all. It can actually look like a ton of effort. I mean, you're being consistent, you're pushing that boulder up the hill every single day. The problem is, you're pushing it in the wrong direction. We tell ourselves we're just being patient, waiting for things to get better, when what we're really doing is just running in a circle.
Okay, so how in the world do you break out of that loop? Well, it all starts with asking a totally different and frankly, a much better question. This right here, this is the pivot point. It's the moment your entire perspective can shift.
Now, this is the question we're all told to ask, right? What do I want? And look, it's a decent place to start, but if we're honest, it often just leads to these vague, cloudy dreams without any real path forward.
But this question reframes absolutely everything. The more powerful question isn't what do I want? It's what am I doing every single day that is making sure I never get it? Whoa. That forces you to do a brutally honest audit of your own routines. It completely shifts the focus from your dreams to your own self-sabotage.
So once you've pinpointed those habits that are working against you, well, that's when the real work begins. And that brings us to the next phase, and believe me, it's not glamorous, but it is absolutely essential. It's the process.
And this is the honest-to-goodness reality of building something new. It's not one single heroic act. It's the quiet, patient stacking of one brick on top of another, day after day. Real change is forged in these repetitive, boring days. There are no fireworks. There's no applause. There's just the discipline to show up and do the work. And this just illustrates the engine behind that whole process perfectly. You see, motivation, it waits to feel good. It negotiates with your comfort zone. But discipline? Discipline doesn't care one bit how you feel. It's about choosing action, whether you're in the mood or not, every single time. And when you consistently start choosing discipline over motivation, day in and day out, something really profound starts to happen on the inside. And that's what leads us to the core transformation. This right here might be the most powerful shift of all. Because here's the secret. The world outside of you doesn't have to change first. The real transformation happens when you stop focusing on your external circumstances, all those limits, and you start focusing on your internal standards. It's the move from just waiting for things to change to deciding what you actually deserve. This new belief becomes the bedrock for any lasting change. You start to realize that self-worth isn't something you just find one day. It's something you form, something you build with your own two hands, through your own effort. You start to believe you deserve a better life, precisely because you're the one building it. So all of this brings us to the final, powerful stage of this whole journey. This is where the focus shifts from the struggle to the result. It's really an affirmation of the entire process. You know, this journey isn't just some abstract story. In a way, it's your story. Any progress you've made in your own life is a direct testament to your own strength. You persisted through the hard days. You looked at your old habits and said, nope, not anymore. And most importantly, you made a conscious choice that you deserved to be happy.
And let's be crystal clear, this wasn't magic. Your life didn't just magically fix itself one Tuesday morning. Any progress you've made is a direct result of your own effort. You didn't wave a wand, you picked up the tools and you did the work. You looked at the future you wanted and you began the hard, gritty process of becoming the person who could actually get there. And so, we end right back where we started, with a quiet, personal question. After going through all of this, it's really worth asking yourself, with complete and total honesty, right now, in your life today, what habit is telling you that it's